Hi, welcome to Motorcycle Tours to Spain Top Tips, and today I want to have a few words on this Aoocci CarPlay device. Is it any good? Well, it is actually, but it's not perfect.
Feels far, right cool, right safe, right Spain. Hair in the wind, salt rain. Miles of red earth, no chains. Right cool, right safe, right Spain. Hey, ven conmigo.
Full disclosure, I was sent this free of charge, mine to keep, to test, which I was quite pleased about. Then I was sent a script of the things that I should cover when I talk about it. And I replied back in saying, I'm not keen on that. I want to have a look at it, see if it's any good, and give my honest opinion. And to be fair to Aoocci, they said, yeah, please do that. We do want your honest opinion. So I'm not going to follow the script. I'm supposed to tell you how heavy it is and how many luxy it's got for brightness. I don't know. I haven't read it. What I will say, though, is I've just been on Spain tour for 2 weeks, and bright sunshine, you can read that all day long. It's plenty bright enough. It's a CarPlay device. It mirrors your phone. I'm not going to spend 20 minutes here explaining what CarPlay does, but what your phone does, this does almost. And this is why it's not 100% perfect. It's a bit disappointing. There's some big YouTubers out there that have reviewed this, and they gave it great reviews, which it deserves, but at no point did they tell you that they get a bit of a commission on this, like I do. Now, before you think, wow, that's fantastic, it is nice of the company to do this, but after corporation tax, it's not even £5 a unit. Am I going to sell many of them? I doubt I'll sell any of them, to be fair. And I didn't want that skewing my opinion of whether this is any good or not. There's no need for me to do that. I'm not a YouTuber. Okay, I've got a YouTube channel, but that doesn't make me a YouTuber. I've got boxer shorts on. I'm not a boxer. I've got running shoes on. I'm certainly not a runner. But the big boys that do need views and likes and subscribes, I understand why they do it. Our channel's not even monetized. We get nothing off YouTube. We don't want anything off YouTube. We make this little channel to share thoughts and ideas for people coming on tour with us. That's what we're about. So I don't consider myself a YouTuber. Enough of that. Right, back to this device. Cracking little device. It's got tire pressure monitoring on it, which is excellent. Here we've got the home screen, and you can see your front and rear tire pressure monitoring. Now, I haven't got my rear connected because I've got a problem with the valve on the bike. And you can set alarms for your tire pressure monitoring. You can set too high or too low pressure, and it'll flash up and tell you if your tire pressure is incorrect. That is just brilliant, and it's included in a device at this price. These things cost about 82 quid. 82 quid for tire pressure monitoring. Seriously? You can even set an alarm on it to tell you if your tire pressure is too low or indeed too high for 82 quid. Now, if it does what your phone does, why don't you just use your phone? Well, there's a couple of things that you need to consider here. I don't like my phone on my handlebars. Natalie does. She rides with her phone on her handlebars, and that's absolutely fine. I don't like it, and I'll explain why I don't like it. Your phone is designed with a certain amount of showerproofness, minimal waterproofness, but is it designed to be exposed to the element 24/7 for 2 weeks when you're on tour? It isn't. I've just got back. Look at the state of this. This is disgusting. It's disgusting. Your phone is going to get splattered with road salt and debris and dust and God knows what. And your phone is what, 1,500 quid, 1,200 quid? That's 82.50. I've just had a look out of interest to compare. If I was to mount my iPhone 13 Pro on my bike with quad lock, which I'd need some kind of suspension dampening system, it'd be over 100 quid, well over 100 quid. This has got that suspension dampening built into it for £82.50. I don't know why you'd want to mount your phone on there. And then my iPhone 13 is getting old now. If I upgrade it to a 17, I've got to buy a new quad lock phone case at, what are they, 49 quid? Other things you've got to consider is if your phone's on your bike and you have a spill, you get separated from your bike, maybe you've twisted your ankle, maybe you've broken your leg, you could be in a bit of a pickle because your phone's not on your person. It's over there where your bike is. So I like to keep my phone in my pocket. Another third, probably less tangible reason is some parts of the world, you might be in a city waiting at some traffic lights and some local scrope is going to grab your phone off your handlebars, rip it off and run off with it. Now you've lost your phone, your communication device, and that's not ideal. Anyway, this is a good device. You can't touch sat navs and phones while you're riding. You know this. Although I know the other big YouTubers seem to do it on their channel, don't touch your phone or your sat nav while you're riding. This, you don't need to. It comes with voice command. You can control this with the microphone in your helmet and get it to navigate using Google Maps, My Route app. You can play your Spotify on it without touching it. Blinking genius. I wouldn't have bought one had I not been sent one, but now I've got one. If anything should happen to this, I'll get another one. Yeah, for sure. For sure, I don't see why I wouldn't. We do have a code, 22% off. Use it if you want. Use someone else's code. It will make no difference to us. But if you're considering putting your phone on your bike, have a look at these. Just have a look at the website and see what you think. They're easy to mount. Let me show you that now. So I'll just show you the unit. I've mounted the rear bracket onto it. There's some rubber grommets in here. Cable comes out. That cable's got a plug on it with a screw that looks like it's going to be watertight, and that then connects to one of two supplied cables, one with a USB port on it to plug it in via USB, or one that goes direct to your battery. That seems secure enough to me. No on or off button, so it's powered on when you turn the ignition on. Then it comes supplied with this bracket that clips on there, and that clamps to your handlebars, and this is multi-adjustable anywhere you want it, and that can spin round. Then also what I think is absolutely beautiful is you get a selection of different size spacers that fit in here. So let's just show you the quality of these. So there's a couple of grooves in there, and that just slots in nice and tight, and you can pick what size spacer you want. I've got this one hardwired in. It comes on automatically when you start the ignition. You don't have to do anything with it. Are they any good? Yeah. Perfect? No. Why are they not perfect? Because when I use My Route app, I put pins in the route that I like to be able to read as I ride. So on my Zumo, it will tell me something I've written, like coffee on the left, waterfall view, turn left to save 10 minutes, this kind of stuff. It doesn't show up on this. Now, I had this about 2 weeks, and they'd emailed me saying, how are you getting on with the review? And I said, I'm glad you emailed me, Aoocci, because I'm not 100% happy with it. I can't read my pins. Do you still want me to do a review? And fair play to them. They said, yeah, do an honest review. Tell us what you think. Now, is it a deal breaker, the fact I can't read these pins? Not really. If I want to read the pins, I need to get one of these. And these are 6 or 7 times the price of one of those. 99% of the time, that's going to be absolutely perfect. The only reason I need these pins, I think, is because I do tour guides, and I just need that little bit of reassurance of knowing where I am and what's going on and what's ahead, so I can explain to the lads. Cool, that'll do, I think. I've kept you long enough. Ride cool, ride safe, ride with Aoocci, ride Spain.
Ride cool.